Hello everybody, this is VerticalSandwich and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII. The Journey of the Cursed King. And there's a monster in town that we have to go take care of. I love this music. Do, do. Sounds so jazzy. It's awesome. Okay. What? Oh, I like the what. W-O-T. What?
Come on.
Okay. What ain't good?
Look like
Is it a giant dragon? Oh, look at that. Okay, kid. Oh! Okay. Oh, he looked at me! It's perfect. So, the monster in town is our friend. So.
Get out, monster! You're not welcome here!
Okay, so people really hate the monster. Oh!
That was right on the.
Oh, that's a nice moment. That's a nice video game moment. Like, that she's still his daughter. And is loyal to him. And still has her mind, you know. So, we've probably got a pretty long video of cutscenes ahead of us. So buckle up and get ready for that. And so how's everybody doing? We're bad, VerticalSandwich! Awesome. Okay. Look at that moon. 'Tis a hunter's moon. I have no idea what I'm saying.
That was a fine reception.
Well, you're a monster, dude.
Do you realize who I am?
Well, obviously not.
Judging a book by its cover, don't they know it's what's inside that counts? Yeah, you can say that again.
That's another really nice moment between Yangus
you
and
manage to
the king,
find
where
Master
he's
Rylus?
like,
What?
so now we have to tell King Trode that Master Rylus is
no,
dead.
No.
And he'll freak out. Anyway. What was I gonna say about this game, or about Yangus, or judging a book by its cover? Oh, but, you know, that's all we really do as people, is just judge books by their cover.
He's the one who cursed the princess and I, after all. He's the one who made us look so ridiculous.
Yeah, so ridiculous.
Rylus might be able to help us locate him.
Okay, well, we can't do that,
We'll
so, because
just
Rylus
have
is
to
dead.
track to make us down by ourselves.
Okay.
With Rylus gone, we have nothing further to gain from staying here. Let's be on our way.
Yep, let's be on our way.
Wait!
Oh. Something happening.
Wait. I'm sorry to come running after you like this. It's just that I wanted to ask you a favor.
Of course, there's got to be a favor. It's an RPG. We have to have something to do,
Are
right?
you not afraid of me, young lady?
I'm not too worried about the kind of commentary here. I mean, like, you can obviously read what's going on and things like that. And we can talk a little bit about that, but we'll have plenty of time when we're running around doing stuff, which will happen, to just talk. Especially talk strategy. Look how happy Yangus is. It's so funny. Just because she called him a strange creature. It's so great. Look at him. All right. Anyway,
so sorry.
onward.
I didn't mean to be rude.
She says that a lot. I don't mean to be rude.
Not to worry. I've had worse things said to me today.
Yeah, at least she's not throwing rocks at you, buddy.
You remind me of my Medea. You're about the same age.
Except she's a horse.
You say you had a dream about me. Most peculiar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yangus is picking his nose. He'll do that a lot, by the way.
I haven't even introduced myself.
Kind of a standard
I'm Valentina,
Yangus. There's some other stuff that he does a lot that, like, is crazier, so. The cool blimey thing is when we see it. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
There. It's by the well at the far end of town. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay, and she lives by the well. We didn't try that door, but if we had it, would have said it was locked before. So.
On about?
And I love that. What was she rabbiting it on about? Come round my house, she says. It's the translation for this is so perfect.
Magnificent. She wasn't afraid to look at me at all. Not one
I like that
bit.
Trode is just in love with the fact that she wasn't afraid to look at him.
Medea.
Except
Let's give
Medea's a
this young
horse.
girl a helping hand.
Okay.
Right then, my boy. Go and find the house by the well. and see what it is she
Okay,
wants.
so now he's gonna send us back into town to go help this
Me?
chick.
I'll wait here with the princess. We don't want to cause any more of a stir.
And Trode will wait out here because he doesn't want people to like throw rocks at him, and that actually establishes a pattern for the game where he won't follow you into town from here on out. So, which doesn't really have much. I mean, because he's a non-combatant anyway, so it's not like, you know, he doesn't really do anything for us aside from, like, later he'll. The fact that he's along with us will, I mean, it plays into the plot, but he doesn't. Okay, so this kid, we could talk to him, and he's just, you'll never guess what, some freaky monster got into town before, but then we all managed to chase it out. Wait a minute, you're the people who were with it. So you're with the monster? And then he'll just run off. Like, it's crazy. So, I just had to show that because I think it's hilarious. Alright, so anyway. So up to the house by the well. There's really not a lot for us to do here in town. We could theoretically do some things like, you know, and you're gonna notice, like, I'm not gonna spend any money on any weapons or anything if I can avoid it for a really long time, because I want to buy a boomerang for our main character, which will make the early levels of this game so much easier. Okay, and so we just talked to her, and it'll start a whole nother cutscene thing going. She'll explain what she wants, obviously.
Ah, you came.
You just talked to us.
I must have drifted off. How rude of me.
See, how rude again. She thinks she's
I
rude.
wanted to ask you a favor about this crystal ball.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should start from the beginning?
I like that it asks like yes or no here.
Of course.
Like
Let
we could
me
say like
explain.
no, don't start from the beginning. Start
My
at the
father,
middle
Russia,
and work your way to
was
the
once a
beginning and
really
then go to the
famous
end.
fortune teller.
Or start at the end
Lost
and
missing people,
the skip to the beginning and then end at the middle.
couldn't help people with. But then one day he lost his
So her dad
powers.
used to be this great fortune
All
teller.
of a
That's the
sudden,
bottom line of this.
nothing
But
he
like now he doesn't have a
foretold
crystal
turned out
ball
to be
anymore, so
true
she's gonna
anymore.
want to find one.
It's probably because he stopped using a real crystal ball.
Yeah.
This glass ball isn't.
Valentina,
Oh.
what is going on here?
Uh-oh. He just
How
caught
many
his young
times
daughter
have I
alone in this
told
house with
you
a boy.
not to touch my crystal ball.
Oh, like that's what he's worried about.
What?
Oh.
You that boy from the pub? What brings you here? Ah, never mind. I do
Never
not
mind.
know what
I'm
my
drunk.
daughter has asked you, but you can forget it. I do not need your help. I am fine as I am.
Oh, okay, well good. Then we don't have to do that.
I am going to bed. Valentina, say your farewells and show our young visitor to the door.
Okay. That's a surprisingly calm reaction for a dad. To come home in the middle of the night and just find like his daughter alone in his house with like some young boy and just being like,
Sorry about
just
my father.
say your goodbyes and show him to
Whatever
the
he
door when
says,
you're done. I'm going to
he's the one
bed.
who's really suffering since he lost his
But again,
powers.
he's drunk. So he's lost his powers, right? Okay.
That's why I wanted to ask you this favor. Can you find him a crystal ball? One that's big enough to bring back his powers?
Anything for a lady.
You will. Oh, this is exactly how it all happened in my dream.
Well, good.
So far, everything's come true. I also dreamt that there's a crystal
Ooh.
ball hidden deep inside
Aw.
the cave, under the big waterfall to the south of town. I
Okay.
suppose only the daughter of the great Kaldarasha could know a thing like that.
I'll have to trust you on that one. Okay, so that's our quest. We have to go get a... Well, first off, we can go up here, and we can do things like look through their cabinet to watch the guy sleep. Stuff like that. You know, creepy RPG stuff. We can try to talk to him, but he's... Yeah. Yes, yes, I see. Like, perfect. Anyway. So this will be our quest. There's a little more kind of cutscene stuff we have to do. But the waterfall cave, really you'll want to be about like, level 5 before, and we're still level 1. You want to be like level 5 before you can really, you really want to try going through the waterfall cave. And I would suggest 6 or 7 before you try to finish it off and get the crystal ball. But we've got some other stuff we can do before that, so we're gonna do that. There's a bunch of stuff in the inn, but we're gonna have to stay at the inn, so you know, we'll do that later. We're gonna finish off most of these cutscenes, or all of them, hopefully, and then save our game, and we'll be done with the video. It'll be good. And then when we come back, we can do some actual gameplay. So, all right, we're gonna have to talk to Trode here. So,
I see.
Yeah.
Such
Oh, look at that. That's great.
I'm impressed. Just how a daughter should be.
I guess
And
if you're.
as Calderasha gets his powers back, there's nothing he can't find, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Hey, nobody said anything
Everything goes
about bird
according to plan.
killing.
We'll find out where that hateful Dulmagus is. The time's getting on. Medea and I will stay outside. That's the last time we set foot in a barbaric town like this.
Yeah, see, so they won't go
But
anymore.
you should spend the night at the inn and rest well, so that you're ready to take on the world tomorrow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Nobody said anything about taking on the
We
world.
leave for the waterfall cave.
Yeah, that's not true. Like I said, there's some other stuff we want to do. There's some other stuff you would want to do before the waterfall cave anyway. But... And doing other stuff will give us an excuse to fight some random battles, get our level up a little bit. Make some money. So. Okay. It was dark and I can't be sure, but I think the little old man you came with slept in his wagon outside the town gates last night. Well, that makes sense, because... Anyway, have a safe trip. Okay, thanks. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in this inn. So... Yes. Alright, and I don't... I don't know if I said this before, but, like, don't sell or get rid of anything you find. Because you really are going to need... you're going to need a lot of this stuff later. Even the stuff you'll never use, or the stuff you take off. So... Like this cypress stick. I mean, like, you might want one of these later, trust me. And what's in here? Chimeara wing or chimeara ring? Those are a definitive item in the game. Like, you're gonna go through a lot of those. I'll explain. I'll go through it later. We'll end up using one soon. So. I'm not worried about any of this. We'll have so much time. Because this is a long RPG. I mean, it's a great RPG, and it's a really good-looking RPG, and it's a really fun RPG. But we'll have enough time to talk about the mechanics of the game, and how the game's laid out, and things like that, and strategy, and all of that wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, we've got plenty of time. We're only 13 minutes in. I'm gonna save anyway, and we'll deal with... And then I guess, there's some stuff we can do. Okay. So yeah, there's confession and divination, resurrection, to obviously bring somebody back from the dead, purification if you're poisoned, benediction, which I think is to uncurse you, but I don't know. So there we are, level 1, opening. That was that's what it says for the first saved file, the one we created to start. And then Fairbury is where we are. And it'll ask if you want to continue, which is actually really nice, because if you say no, it'll take you back to the main menu and you can load up another game, which is really cool. So, because so many games you just have to turn the system off. It just, I don't know, never seemed right to me. Anyway, so now we can leave and do some running around, and we'll meet some enemies in the area and things like that. Although I should show you this over here. So, we're gonna go to... This is the item guy. There's an item guy, an armor guy, and a weapons guy in town. And we're gonna buy some medicinal herbs. Because they're 8 cents a piece, or 8 gold a piece. And they'll heal us completely right now. We actually want a couple of them. We've got 3, I think, that we've... so, yeah, we've got 3, so we'll give Yangus 3. And we have a chimeara wing, and right now we don't need multiple ones. At some point, you're gonna want to have 6 or 7 of them. But... Ah, Switch, I was starting to think you'd got lost. Right, let's go to the waterfall cave and see if we can find that crystal ball. Medea and I will be right behind you. If you have any trouble, feel free to consult us. I'm sure there's nothing we can't solve if we put our heads together. Away we go! Okay, when HP and MP run, yeah, we get healing and ins and stuff like that. Yeah, like we played RPGs before. Anyway, so we're gonna head towards the waterfall cave. We're not going into the waterfall cave, but yeah, if you push start, you can talk to either of them, and they'll tell you stuff. At this point in the game, we know what we're supposed to do. So, and this is one of the great things about the game is just the ridiculousness of these enemies. Like that creepy looking Alice in Wonderland looking cat. Like, we'll just sit there to wash its face instead of attacking. I mean, when they do attack, they can do a little damage. Candy cats. And the lips, like, they'll try to lick your face, and it can shock you and paralyze you because you're so disgusted by having your face licked by these things. It's just a funny game that way. Like, the enemies are genuinely humorous. At one point later, there's an enemy called Cocketeer, which I just think is just fantastic. And they're so punny and stuff. It's so great. I know punny is not, I don't think punny is a word, but I use it like it's different than funny, being punny. I don't know. Maybe punny is a word. I don't care. So does not matter. So anyway, so obviously that's the where the waterfall cave is. I mean, it's this big mountain of waterfalls. Like, seriously, where's the water coming from? I mean, like, usually, like, that's a pretty small mountain to be generating waterfalls of that quantity. There must just be water shooting out of the center of the top of that mountain. Doesn't make any sense. I guess from a video game standpoint, it makes perfect sense. And this is pretty, I mean, at this point in the game, our attack things are pretty basic. We can attack, and that's kind of it. We can attack or defend. Or run. And at some point later, I'm sure we will do some running, so. Although, I think, I don't know, I've died a couple times in my practice file, but I've only had to flee once or twice. But again, I've died a couple times, so I probably should have fled there too. Alright, so if we go around behind the waterfall, there'll be a path up. Oh, see, these things are weird. They're peppers with like a spike through them. It's just so strange. Like, it's just goofy enemies. Which is great. It's funny. I mean, it genuinely makes the game enjoyable. And so, eventually there'll be enemies that are to be taken seriously. Like, there'll always be variations of these kind of enemies, like enemies that are just goofy. But there will be, like, dragons and stuff that look pretty impressive. So. Alright, and our level went up to 2. So obviously we have, our hit points go up, and Yangus is level 1 up 2. We're gonna go up levels pretty fast right away. Once we get to about 6 or 7, it'll slow down a bit. And then by the time we get to, like, once you get way up there, it'll just take a while. So, if we go around behind the waterfall here, there's a path leading up to a cabin on top. And it looks like we'll probably have enough time to get to the top. But once we get there, we'll go into the cabin next time. On the next video. That's where we'll break the video. That'll put us at close to 20 minutes. So. Aha! What got us? Oh, this is a new enemy. A satyr! Get him. No! Well, get him again. He plays so badly it did 3 points of damage. Nice. Okay. Onward, forward, forward, onward. So now, what did we say? We expect to see water just gushing out of the top of this? Nope. Nice little... Nope. I guess there is like a lake thing there, so... I suppose their water's coming from somewhere. So, we'll be cutting off, and when we come back, we'll go in the house, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.